Good evening, my name is David, and this is Jensen Bro's Storytime. Tonight, we're doing something a little bit differently. It's a bedtime story for you, and it's called White and Red. A man went to a hotel and walked up to the front desk to check in. The woman at the desk gave him his key and told him that on the way to his room there was a door with no number that was locked, and no one was allowed in there. She explained that it was a storeroom and that it was out of bounds. She reminded him of this several times before allowing him upstairs. The man follows the instructions of the woman, going straight to bed in his room. However, her insistence had piqued his curiosity, so the next night he walked down to the hall to the door and tried the handle. Sure enough, it was locked. He bent down, looked through the wide keyhole. Cold air passed through it, chilling his eye. What he saw was not a storeroom, but a hotel bedroom like his. In the corner was a woman whose skin was incredibly pale. She was leaning her head against the wall, facing away from the door. The man stared in confusion for a while. Was this a celebrity, the owner's daughter? He almost knocked on the door to ask himself, but decided not to. As he was still looking, the woman turned sharply. He jumped back from the keyhole, hoping she would not notice that he'd been spying on her. He crept away from the door and walked back to his room. The next day, he returned to the door and looked through the wide keyhole. This time, all he saw was redness. He couldn't make anything out besides a distinct, unmoving red colour. Perhaps the inhabitants of the room knew he'd been spying on them the night before and had blocked the keyhole with something red. He felt embarrassed that he had made the woman so uncomfortable and hoped she had not made a complaint to the woman on the front desk. At this point, he decided to consult her for more information. She sighed and asked, "Did you look through the keyhole?" The man told her that he had, and she said, "Well, I might as well tell you the story of what happened in that room. A long time ago, a man murdered his wife there, and we find that even now, whoever stays within there gets very uncomfortable. But the woman is not ordinary. She is white all over, except for her eyes, which are completely red." Isn't that a lovely story? Please don't have nightmares. Good night.